Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna answer the question, how many audiences or interests should you have per ad set? Really common question. Is really gonna help you with your Facebook advertisement. So when I first started out, I let's say created one campaign, it had one ad set, and inside that ad set I added like 10 interests. So what's wrong with this? Pretty much if you get a sale from that ad set 1 with a 10 interest, you won't be able to determine which of those interests generated the sale. So pretty much maybe interest number 1 inside that ad set generated the sale, and all the other 9 interests were just pretty much wasting money because they were showing your ad to those 9 interests that didn't make a sale. Maybe the only one that works is interest number 1, but you're spending your money, you are expanding your money, your resources throughout 10 different interests or 9 different interests that don't convert. Only one converts. Okay, so you cannot, when you group all your interests together in one ad set, you cannot determine which ad set, which interest or keyword within that ad set generated the sale. So on the other hand, if you create 3 ad sets, and ad set number 1 has one interest, ad set number 2 has another interest, and ad set number 3 has a different interest, and you get a sale from ad set 1, you know that that interest made the sale, that interest is working, and you can use it for your future campaigns or your scaling strategy. Now, let's say that 2 out of 3 ad sets generated sales or are consistently generating sales. You know that interest 2 and 3 are generating sales, and therefore you should maybe kill interest 1 because it's not making sales, and 2 and 3 you should keep them and use them for your scaling strategy. So as you can see, the purpose of pretty much using one interest or audience per ad set is to understand which audience is converting, to read your numbers in a more organized way so that you can later use that information to scale and optimize. If you group everything together, you are kind of ruining the purpose of split testing and optimizing on Facebook, because you don't really know. There's no way to track which interest generated a sale if you put everything together in one ad set. But you can track which ad set generated a sale. If you have one interest per ad set, pretty much ad set 1 has interest 1. So if ad set 1 would make a sale, interest 1 made a sale. Okay, that's how you understand. It's pretty much for organization. It's pretty much to be more organized, to understand better your advertisement, to read your data in a more concrete way, and to avoid confusion. One thing I can tell you is that when I do group interests together in one ad set, is because they are very small, and when I group them together, they create a decent sized audience. So for instance, I have 5 ad sets. Ad set 1, 200,000 people with one interest. Ad set 2 has another interest, 300,000 people. Ad set 3 has another interest, 1 million people. Ad set 4, another interest, 150,000 people. Ad set 5, I'm gonna group 5 interests that are like 10,000 people, 15,000 people, 80,000 people, 1,000 people, and 5,000 people, which together generate an audience of 120,000 people. Okay, so are you seeing what I'm doing here? I'm just grouping because I'm already putting interests separate. I'm just grouping to see if this group of targeted interests that make a decent sized audience generate sales. So when I generate a sales from ad set 5, which has a ton of different interests together, I'm gonna say like, okay, that group of small targeted interests generated a sale. But I don't want to group interests all the time. I don't want to group big interests. That doesn't make any sense for me. I just want to group interests that are very small and generate a decent sized audience, and I want to test them because I feel they're very targeted and I don't want to miss out on that data, on those people, on that audience. So I group them together. So guys, that's pretty much my video for today. Hopefully you find it very, very valuable. If you did, you know what to do. You just subscribe to my channel, like the video, and just comment below with your questions, and I will get back to them as soon as possible. See you in the next video.